Hello guys, I hope you are all doing well. In this video and in upcoming some videos, we are going to look at operators in C. There are various categories of operators that we use in C programming language. Let's go through one by one each categories of operators. Now let's look at the arithmetic operators. These are the simple mathematical operators that we used in our C programming language. Okay, just like normal mathematics we used here. For example, first of all, if we see, this is our addition operator, right? If I ask you what will be the output of A plus B, let's say what is A here? A is 4, B is 3. So our equivalent statement could be become something like that: A plus B means 4 plus 3, so it will be 7 and our final output will be 7, right? Simple addition. Second is subtraction. Okay, simple subtraction. For example, if I ask A minus B now, or A minus B, right? A 4, B 3. 4 minus 3, output will be 1. So here, if I convert it to our equivalent, equivalent result, then it will be 1 and our output will be now 1, right? This is just for telling you what will be the output of this expression, right? Third is multiplication. We are following normal mathematical operators, right? Let's say I am here writing A asterisk or A multiplied B. Now A is 4, B is 3. 4 multiplied by 3. What will be the output? It will be 12 and our final output will be 12. Okay? Simple. Then it is the division operator. Okay? It tells the quotient. Right? For example, let's say here if I do C divided by A, right? It means that 8 divided by 4. Now 4 2 ja 8 0. Okay, so this is our quotient. So our output will be now 2 and here it will be 2, right? Now another thing, modulus operator. This might be new for you. Modulus operator. Okay, what it does, that it tells the remainder after when we divide. Okay, for example, if for the same thing, if I use here modulus, then our output will be what is remainder left, that is 0. That is 0. Okay, and if I do something like that, let's say A modulus B, right? Now A modulus B means 3 modulo 4. Okay, A will be here and 3 1 ja 3 and our result will become 1, remainder will be 1. So here our output will be 1 and this will be 1. Here this line will not, this is just an explanation what is going to be the result of this. Okay, now these are the binary operators, right? Binary means that it requires two operands. For example, this one operand, this second operand. Okay, we need two operands to carry out these operators. Okay, arithmetic operators can be binary and unary, and these are the unary operators. Okay, now let's understand these increment and decrement operators, right? Now let's look at the unary operators. First of all, unary means only one operand is required. Okay, only one operand is required. Now every unary operator can be pre or post. Similarly for decrement, pre-decrement or post-decrement. Let's go through this one by one. Let's say I am writing here a plus plus, okay, and I am assigning it to b, and I am writing here printf of %d b. Right now, when the plus plus is written after the operand, what will happen? First the value will assign to the variable, then it will increase. Okay, let me also write here printf of %d and a. Okay, now what will happen? What is a here? A is 4, right? 4 will be assigned to it first, so b will become 4, okay, and after that a will increase by 1, okay, a will increase by 1, so a will become now 5, okay. So output here b will be 4 and a will be 5, right? This is the for post operator when we are using post increment, right? Now if I write here post decrement, same thing happen. First there will be assignment, then there will be decrement. It means first there will be assignment, b will become 4 and then a will decrease by 1, that will be 3, okay. So output will be 4 and here it will be become 3. So this was about the post operator, right? When we are using the unary operator, or you can say minus minus plus plus in after the operand, right? Now let's see pre. Okay, now if I write here plus plus a, what will happen? First it will increase the value, then it will assign. Okay, now first it will increase the value, then it will assign. Okay, so now it will become plus plus a will execute first, so it will become a will become 5 and then it will assign to b and b will also become 5, right? So if I see the output now, b is 5 and a is also 5, right? And same for minus minus. Now this value will decrease first, then assign. A is 4, then it will decrease to 3 and then it will assign to b, which will be become 3. So our output will become 3 and 3. So this was the pre and post operators with the increment and decrement, right? Now let's go through another operator category, right? In relational operator, there is some sort of relation between the left hand side and right hand side, okay. For example, if I ask you here 4 equal 4, what does it mean? That is 4 is same as 4, it means that yes it is, okay, yes it is, okay. So there is some sort of relation between the two, whether they are going to be equal, whether one is going to be greater than other or other is going to be greater than other, whether they are equal or not, okay. So for these representation we use the relational operator. Now first remember that the end result of relational operator will be either 1 or either 0, okay. Now let's understand it through an example. First of all, we have the double equal to operator. It checks for the value. For example, if I write here printf of %d a equal c, okay, and it equivalent will be something like this. Equivalent means its end result I am just writing here for better explanation, that's all. Now is a equal c? A is 4, c is 4, right? Is 4 is equal 4? Yes it is. Then this condition is true and our output it will give us 1, okay. When the condition is true, it will give as 1. When it is false, it will give us 0. For now, if here it will be, the output will be 1, right? Now if I ask here a is equal b, Is 4 is equal 3? No, it is not. So it will give me here 0. Its end result will be 0. Okay, and our output for this line will be 0. Right? So this was the double equal to operator for comparing the values. This was, we can say, double equal operator. Right? Second is not equal to. Now, A not equal to B. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Why? Why it is true? Because A is 4 and B is 3 and both are different, and that's what I am asking. Are both of these are different? Yes, both of these are different. So it will give me true 1 1. So our output will be 1. Right? It is checking both of these should be not equal. Both should be not equal. If I write here C, now are these not equal? No, both of these are equal. So this condition is false. It will give us 0. Right? Double equal to check if both are equal, will give 1 if both are equal. Not equals to will give 1 when both are not equal. Okay, we can call it not equal to. Okay, now greater than, we know that A, let's say, let me write it here. It's simple. Whether A is greater than C or not. A is greater, 4 is greater than 4. 4 is greater than 4. No, it is not. 4 is equal to 4. So it will give us false, and false means it will print output as 0. Okay. Now if I ask here, if A is greater than B, is 4 greater than C? Oh sorry, 4 greater than 3? Yes, it is. So the condition is true and it will give us 1 as an output. Right? 1 as an output. So this was greater than operator. Greater than. Now then similarly there is smaller than. Let's see. Is A is smaller than B? Is 4 is smaller than B? Is 4 is smaller than 3? No, it is not. It is greater. So this condition, A less than B, is false and it will give us as 0. Okay. And if I ask you here, let's say B is less than A. B is less than A. Yes, it is less than 3 is less than 4. So this condition is true and our final output will be 1. Right? Now greater than equals to means whether value is greater or equal. Okay. If the value is greater, even this will give us 1 or true, or even if it is equal, it will give us 1. What does that mean? That let's say I am writing here A greater than equals to 4. Right? Now A is not greater than C, but A is equal to C. So it will give us true. This expression is checking for two conditions. First, either it is greater or either it is equal. Okay. Now if I write here B, let's say B. Now A is not equals to B, but A is greater than B. Right? 4 is greater than 3. So it will also give me true, or we can say 1. 1 as an output. Right? Similarly, less than equal to will check for smaller or equal. Okay? Let's see. Is A smaller than B? 4 is smaller than 3? No. So it will give me 0. Okay? Now if I reverse it, B is less than equals to A. Now 3 is less than 4. Yes, condition is true. So it will give me 1 as an after this this expression will take place, it will give me as an output 1. Right? If I write here, let's say C. C is less than A. C 4 is less than 4. No, 4 is not less than 4. But 4 is equal to 4. Yes, 4 is equal to 4. So it will, this condition will also be okay and it will give me 1. Right? These two check for the two conditions and these all will check only for only one condition. Okay. So that's all for relational operators, right? Okay, so that's all for today's, guys. I hope you like the video. If you have any doubt, you can comment it down, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.